Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. To be honest, I just wanted to test something because I was listening to the video I put out earlier today, and yeah, my voice sounded kind of low. I was like, why, why is it so hard to hear my voice? It wasn't like this with my other phone I was recording with. So I'm thinking maybe it's the phone cover, because it does cover the microphones a little bit. It's very narrow. You know, with my other phone, you know, this is the hole for the microphone. It's quite big. So, you know, like, if you can see that, you can see the microphone, like that little dot. You can see how they space. And then there's the other one. You know, there's space. So I'm wondering, with this one, it's like it leaves very little space. Let me just read my poetry. There's a little, I don't know. Just wanted an excuse. And I thought, okay, let me just read some poems. I'm in love with this phone, though, despite the issues with the microphone. Despite the issues with the microphone. I also turned on, I went into the camera settings because I wanted to turn off that swipe feature, because, you know, when you, yeah, it's off. I can confirm that it's off. There was a feature where if I swipe the camera by mistake, it'll like, it'll swap to this camera. But I turned that feature off because I kept doing it accidentally. I was like, this is going to be a problem. So I turned it off. But while I was scrolling through the settings to find that setting, I also found a setting for 360 audio. I don't know what that will sound like, but we'll find out. You let me know if you notice any difference. Y'all let me know if you notice any difference. Anyway, let me read some poems from my poetry book. The poetry book is called The Many Shades of Flowers. The Many Shades of Flowers. The link is in the description. I greatly appreciate anyone who checks me out. The link is in the description. It's $1. Okay. This poem is poem number 6 in the anthology. It's called, there are 40 poems, by the way. There are 40 poems. This one is called Sex in Saliva. It is called Sex in Saliva. Got some tea here. Got some tea. Lip-shaped sun pulling me in. Her smile has an ethereal glow. Soft flesh, delicate like a dream. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. Our tongues twist and stretch. Sex and saliva. She tastes like my fantasies. I swallow the essence of her soul as she breathes into me. Where does she end? Where do I begin? Just in case you couldn't hear that, the microphone seems to be a little soft. Just in case you didn't hear that, I'll read it again. Lip-shaped sun pulling me in. Her smile has an ethereal glow. Soft like flesh, delicate like a dream. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. Our tongues twist and stretch. Sex and saliva. She tastes like my fantasies. I swallow the essence of her soul as she breathes into me. Where does she end? Where do I begin? That is Sex in Saliva, poem number 6. Okay, let's read poem number 7. think I'll go up to number 10. Then I'll go up to number 10 and I'll wrap it up. Or I can do like a little breakdown. Should I? Why not? Why not? So, lip-shaped thumb pulling me in. I wanted to create this image of kind of like a sun in the shape of lips. I'm drawn to it. I'm drawn to the light. You know, like they say, like a moth to a flame. Like, and you know, the sun is a gravitational pull as well. So I'm being drawn towards her, drawn towards the side of her lips. And also, her smile has an ethereal glow. So also the sight of her smile. You know, people say her smile was beaming. So it's kind of like another addition to that metaphor. Her smile has an ethereal glow, ethereal, otherworldly. She seems like a angelic, magical being. I'm attracted to the beauty of her smile that has an ethereal glow. Soft flesh, delicate like a dream. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. So soft flesh, delicate like a dream. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. So just the feel of her. She's delicate like a dream. She doesn't feel real. I get goosebumps. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. They're rising. You know, like I'm talking about delicate like a dream. The hairs on my skin rise to see what woke them. You know, when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming while you're sleeping, right? And then they wake up and then they see this, and I'm questioning, is this a dream? Is this not a dream? Even the hairs on my skin are experiencing the same thing. Our tongues twist and stretch. Sex and saliva, she tastes like my fantasies. Our tongues twist and stretch. Sex and saliva, she tastes like my fantasies. So I guess I'm anthropomorphizing our tongues. Like they're twisting and stretching together. They're having sex in saliva, which is like a very graphic image. But yeah, it's a graphic poem. She tastes like my fantasies. She tastes how I imagined how she'd taste. You know, you sometimes when you fantasize about someone, you kind of elevate them unrealistically. You idealize them. But in this instance, I'm saying she tastes exactly like my fantasies. I swallow the essence of her soul as she breathes into me. Where does she end? Where do I begin? So I swallow the essence of her soul as she breathes into me. You're kissing, involved in this passionate kiss, tongues locked. And it feels more than physical. At that point, it feels spiritual, this merging, this joining, right? Where does she end? Where do I begin? In that moment, what is the distinction between us? We're like, you can imagine when you're locked in with someone, when you're kissing them, your bodies are kind of merging into each other. Where does she end? Where do I begin? Also think about that in the spiritual sense as well. Okay, so that's sex in saliva. Poem number 7, as long as we're together. As long as we're together. At the Sunday market, stalls in neat rows across the lawn. The smell of burnt sugar wafts our way. You sit on a wooden bench with plastic cups of lemonade. I watch you speak as I sip through a straw. At the cinema, my phone's flashlight finds our seat. The center has no armrest. I can hold you in my arms. Your head on my chest, my hand squeezing your shoulder. At the botanical gardens, the flowers are in bloom. You ask me for a picture and smile when you're in frame. I pause, simply staring. You ask me if I'm okay. At the restaurant, nestled in a booth, the waiter brings out menus. You're asking me what I want. We both order steaks. Hours pass as we speak. At the cafe, at the gallery, at the park. It doesn't matter where we are as long as we're together. It doesn't matter where we are as long as we're together. Okay, so this one is pretty straightforward. Let me go through it. So at the Sunday market, stalls and meat rolls across the lawn. The smell of burnt sugar wafts our way. We sit on a wooden bench with plastic cups of lemonade. I watch you speak as I sip through a straw. So basically the premise of the whole poem is I'm just listing different dates, different locations, and I think I've done all of this. I think I was drawing all of these from real experiences. I've been with a girl I liked to the botanical gardens, but it wasn't just me and her. It was me, her, and like two other girls. We were going as a group of friends. So that wasn't a date, but every other place, Sunday market. Even the Sunday market, I was with a girl I liked, but we were with other people. I don't think I've been to the Sunday market alone with a girl before. I'm trying to think. Have I been to a market? No. But obviously the cinema I've been in. Restaurants, yeah, I've done that. Cafe, yes. I don't think I've been to the gallery. I have taken a girl to the park before. So I haven't done, as a date, I haven't done gallery. I haven't done botanical gardens, and I haven't done Sunday market. So I should do that at some point. We'll see. One day. But anyway, so the first one I'm detailing the Sunday market. Stalls, families out. All these people selling all these different types of food and drinks. It's a nice setting. The sun's out. You can sit. The market I went to had a nice seating arrangement where you could sit along a dam and just watch the water while you're eating, sipping drinks. So yeah. There's this girl I'm currently talking to. I like her. That's who I was with. We were there with a group of friends that day, and I was sitting next to her. Every time we hang out, I always sit next to her. I'm like, I latch onto her. Like, it's just whatever we're doing, I'm just always next to her. I don't know. It's just I've noticed that I do that sometimes. Anyway, the Sunday market was number one. Number two was the cinema. Phones. I said phones, flashlight finds us. It'll be dark. You got a phone flashlight. The center armor. The center has no armrest. We call those love seats here. Do you call that love seats where you're from? Well, those seats in the cinema that have no armrest between them, so that couples can snuggle one while they're watching movies. I've had those. Yeah, it's just the default for couples. I can hold you in my arms, your head on my chest, my hand squeezing your shoulder. So I think of a particular moment where I'd made out with this girl at a cinema, and then you cuddle afterwards, after making out. So yeah, at the botanical gardens, the flowers are in bloom. You ask me for a picture and smile when you're in frame. I pause, simply staring. You ask me if I'm okay. So that scenario I made up because, like I said, I haven't been on a date at the botanical gardens. But so in this instance, I was imagining a scenario where the flowers are in bloom. Because actually, the last time I went to the botanical gardens, the flowers weren't in bloom. So I remember having the thought of I would like to come back here when the flowers are in bloom. So in this scenario that I'm imagining, this girl is asking me for a picture, and I'm about to take the picture, and she smiles while she's in the frame, and then I'm just pausing. I'm just like, wow, she's so pretty. Oh my god. And then she'll ask me, are you okay? Why aren't you taking the picture? So yeah, that's that scenario. At the restaurant, nestled inside a booth, the waiter brings our menus. You're asking me what I want. We both order steaks. Hours pass as we speak. The only embellishment here is nestled inside a booth. I've always wanted to get a booth seat on a date, but we always sit at the tables. But that's definitely a goal to go to a restaurant, get a seat inside a booth, and then it's very cozy. You can put your arm around her, talk, vibes. But everything else, we did order steaks that last time. Um, what did I think I remember the exact order. It was steaks, and I can't remember what I got. I think I got like a garlic sauce for my steak, and then she got something else. I can't remember, but we both had steaks, and the hours passed as we spoke. We are having like very good conversation. And I say at the cafe, at the gallery, at the park. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're together. As long as we're together. There's some people outside making noise. So that's poem number 7. As long as we're together. Let me do one more. This one's called Pride. This one's called Pride. I knew a girl called Pride. Her name was literally Pride, and she was hot. She was hot. I don't think I stood a chance with her. I think she was out of my league, to be honest. At the time, at least. Yeah, maybe even now. Maybe even now. I haven't seen her in a while though, so I don't know. But she wrote poetry. She was a pretty good poet. She had this long hair, dude. Like very long. It would fall to her ass. It was like that long. It was long. But she was a very attractive girl. But I didn't name this poem after her. It's not about her. I was just remembering. Oh, I knew a girl called Pride once. I just had a thought. Um. Anyway, I can't say your name, or you'd know I'm thinking of you. But the secrets on this page are shaped like you. Pride is a funny thing. It often never serves us. It just makes us think we're right when it's better to be wrong. It's better to be smiling while I listen to your voice than to sit here on my own, staring at the wall and wondering so deeply how you've been. Pride is a selfish thing. It often never serves us. It just fattens up the ego while the soul starves in cold. So that's pride, that's pride. Let's go through it again. Stanza by stanza. I can't say your name, or you'd know I'm thinking of you. But the secrets on this page are shaped like you. So with some of these poems, I'll be publishing them, I'll be sharing them. So I'm sometimes hesitant to. I've done it in the past. Where I'll write poems and post them on my Instagram or whatever the case may be. Post them on my WhatsApp story, whatever. And I'll know that the girls are gonna see them, so that's why I'll write them. So I'm like in this particular poem, like I can't say your name or you'd know I'm thinking of you. But the secrets on this page are shaped like you. So when I say that the secrets on this page are shaped like you, it's kind of saying like, if you read it, you're gonna recognize yourself in this. You recognize certain details and oh, he's talking about me. So if she was to read it, she'd be like, oh, he's talking about me. So that's why I'm saying the secrets on this page are shaped like you. This is a poem for her. This is a poem about her. Okay. Pride is a funny thing. It often never serves us. It just makes us think we're right when it's better to be wrong. So pride doesn't serve us. It makes us think we're right when it's better to be wrong. Sometimes in situations, you get into an argument, or you have some sort of difference in opinion, whatever the case may be. Pride keeps you from meeting that person halfway. Sometimes maybe she took too long to respond to something, so now you want to return the favor. That's pride. The little things that pop up in these relationships, pride keeps you from just approaching that person fully and being open to them. And in the case of arguments, makes you think you're right when it's better to be wrong. Sometimes it's better to just let things go. Even if you're right, let the little things go. So that's where I was going with that. It's better to be smiling while I listen to your voice than to sit here on my own, staring at the wall and wondering so deeply how you've been. So it's better to be happy with this person and listening to them and laughing with them and spending all this time with them than to sit here on my own, staring at the wall and wondering so deeply how you've been. Time passes, you're giving this person the silent treatment. Time passes, you're giving this person the silent treatment, you're ignoring them. You start to wonder, like, I wonder how she's doing. It's not worth it. You're just losing time, precious time with this person, time that you could be spending talking to them, hearing how they've been, how's your day, yada, yada, yada. Sometimes it's just better to let little things go. So pride is a selfish thing. It often never serves us. It just fattens up the ego while the soul starves in cold. So, you'll be out here being prideful and having a big ego, and like, yeah, I'm really showing her. I'm really making her suffer because she did this and that to me. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna ignore her. And maybe you're fatting up your ego by doing that, but low key, your soul, like deep down, it's also hurting you. You're also like missing her. You're also like regretting it because it's like, what are we doing? You're wasting time, precious time. Nothing's promised in this world. Nothing's promised in this life. The time we're given with each other is limited, so you have to use it wisely. At least in this earthly realm, the time we're given with each other is limited, so you have to be wise about how you spend your time with people. And what's good for your ego isn't always good for your soul, so it's always important to keep that in mind. I think I'll end it there. So how many poems did I read? I think I read like 6, 7, 8. That's 3 poems. 6, 7, 8. I read 3 poems, so yeah. Broke down 3 poems, so yeah. Let me know if you notice the difference in the sound between this video and the last video I uploaded. Let me know. 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 Dear Father God, thank you for this individual objects right now. Thank you for making them whole, unique, and guiding them on a path towards peace, prosperity, purpose. Thank you for blessing this person with wonderful people in their life who love them, take care of them, bring the absolute best out of them. And thank you for maintaining the ones that are there to do the same thing. Thank you for blessing this person with a spirit of gratitude so they can give thanks for all the wonderful things in their life. And by giving thanks, they can find peace, contentment, and attract more blessings. Wait. Bless this person with love, marriage, and sustain that love and marriage and make it very, very, very happy. Thank you for letting your presence be felt in this person's life so that they know that you're God, that you're real, that you love them, and you're always going to be there for them. Good health, long life, and happiness over this person, everyone that care about you. My name is Jesus, name,